minutes. Can I request all of you to get another drink and start seating yourselves? Thank you.
Royal Enfield invites you on a journey to witness the world's longest enduring legacy in motorcycling. From its humble needle-making origins, the company graduated to manufacturing bicycles. In 1893, a prestigious order was won to supply precision parts to the Royal Small Arms factory of Enfield. In celebration, the latest range of bicycles were called Royal Enfield. Not long after, the first Royal Enfield motorcycle was unveiled to the world. In 1926, a major fire broke out at the 18-acre Redditch factory, the plant being saved only by the decisive action of the company's in-house fire brigade. Production continued, and soon after, in 1932, the company gave birth to the iconic Bullet, an up-to-date, versatile Royal Enfield of its time. During World War II, Royal Enfield designed the world's first airborne motorcycle. Almost 8,000 flying fleas were made, with many being dropped at the Battle of Arnhem and the D-Day invasion. The innovation continued apace after the war, with Royal Enfield pioneering the first British motorcycle with swinging arm rear suspension, paving the way for the 500 Twin and a dynasty of Royal Enfield twins. Royal Enfield's close association with India was first forged in 1952, when Madras Motors received an order for 800 350cc bullets from the Indian Army. This was quickly followed by the founding of Enfield India in 1955. In 1964, the iconic 250cc Continental GT Cafe Racer was launched to great acclaim. The closing of the Redditch factory in 1967 was the end of an era, but production of the 736cc Interceptor continued at the Westwood Underground factory. Aisha Motors acquired Enfield India in 1994, and the company re-established itself as Royal Enfield Motors Limited. In 2008, the retro-styled Classic was introduced, complete with a new fuel-injected 500cc unit construction engine. The Classic rapidly acquired cult status when it became available in the home market and sales grew exponentially. The global expansion continued with the opening in 2013 of a new state-of-the-art facility in Oragadam near Chennai. Amongst the first motorcycles to roll off the production line was the all-new Continental GT Cafe Racer. After traversing the highest roads and deepest valleys in the Himalayas for more than 5 decades, Royal Enfield debuted its first purpose-built adventure motorcycle, the Himalayan. With the addition of a third manufacturing facility at Vallam Vadagal, Chennai, Royal Enfield is poised to reach 825,000 motorcycles per annum by the end of 2018. Meanwhile, a firm foothold is maintained in the UK, with a technical centre at Bruntingthorpe adding global strength to our design and development. Years of extensive research, development and testing has resulted in Royal Enfield's most eagerly anticipated new engine, a Twin. With the rebirth of the Twin, the company continues to build on a legacy that has stood the test of time and continues to inspire riders with machines that provide pure motorcycling fun.
Woo-hoo-hoo! How are we doing tonight? Let's hear it! On behalf of Royal Enfield, I'm humbled to welcome you to California for this epic event. So welcome all of the journalists from around the world. We have 15 countries represented here, so let's hear it for them. All of the employees of Royal Enfield. I think we at least have 3 different countries represented. Let's welcome them. All of the Royal Enfield brand ambassadors and influencers, we welcome you as well. And just as important, all of the friends of the Royal Enfield brand that have been very passionate over the years, and we're actually live streaming this around the world right now. So to all of our global friends that are out there, we welcome you as well. So thank you for coming out tonight. I will be very brief, but again, we're very, very excited for the presentation we have for you tonight. We're very excited about this week. And to kick it off, we have Siddhartha Lal, our CEO of Royal Enfield. Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Rod. That's Rod Copes, who heads North America for us. And welcome to sunny California. Well, it's all right. It's going to be sunny tomorrow for those of you who haven't ridden yet. But yeah, welcome. Welcome to all of you. We're absolutely super excited about this. We don't do this often. We don't do events like this often, once in 3 or 4 years. And that's because we don't do too many things, and we want to do a few things. We want to do them really well. And we're just absolutely delighted to have all of you here. and to be in this lovely place and in this lovely surrounding and with all the good vibes that all of you have been bringing and all the, yeah, what do I say? It's a big moment for me. I think it's probably the biggest moment in my career, and it's certainly the biggest moment in Royal Enfield, yeah? Yeah. I think it certainly is the most important point for Royal Enfield in our modern history. It's the first time we've made motorcycles that from the start have been with a global audience in perspective. And I think, I mean, maybe I'm just going out a bit, but I think it's more than just an important moment for Royal Enfield. I think it's possibly a point for motorcycling itself, which is at Royal Enfield, we really firmly believe that there's a gap in the market, that there's an enormous gap in middleweights around the world. Nobody does middleweights properly. I don't know why. I mean, there are a few, but they're a bit sporty or whatever they are. But really, people ignore it. There's lots of small bikes, there's lots of lovely big bikes, but there's nothing in the middle. And I don't know why that is. And we're just like, okay, this sounds like a plan. Let's go and fill that gap, right? So, that's why we're here, and we're just, you're going to hear about it over time. As you saw in the film, we have a very storied history. We're the oldest motorcycle manufacturer in continuous production, and yeah, so it's a long history. We have British roots, we have an Indian soul, and we have a global approach, I believe, and a global team. So that's really the philosophy of Royal Enfield in a nutshell. And I don't know if it was apparent in the story there, but Royal Enfield has had many near deaths. We've nearly died many times in our history. We've sort of died in UK. We sort of somehow got alive in India. Then we nearly died in India when the Japanese motorcycles arrived there. But we made it. And as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's, I think we're a very strong company because of that, because we've learned from survival. We've learned from core survival. We've learned from being able to compete with the best, really, and to change the rules of the game. In the whole decade, starting the turn of the century, we had, we put in a lot at Royal Enfield. We put in a hell of a lot of effort and time, but nothing happened. There was no change to our fortunes. We were enjoying ourselves. We were making motorcycles. What else can you want, as a young person, as I was then? But nothing happened. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter to us. We're not chasing anything more than just doing something which is really good fun and enjoying ourselves while doing it. And hopefully something good will come out of it. And what happened was in 2009, all the foundations that we put into place, and all the work that goes, let's call it, in a sense, unnoticed, the work in the manufacturing part, in the supply chain part, in the people part. People are the toughest. You get people together, get everyone to move, get new people in, sort stuff out. But it was also about distribution and marketing and after sales and all that work that we did. And then we came up with these motorcycles, the Classic 500 first, actually, and then the Classic 350. That was around 2009, I think. That was, and with all the background work that we've done, all the foundation building and the Classic coming in, that's when the shift happened for Royal Enfield. We were sort of languishing around 30 to 50,000 motorcycles for that entire decade. In 2010, we made and sold around 50,000 motorcycles. It's not bad, but it was 0.1% of Indian motorcycles at that time. And last year, we made and sold 820,000 motorcycles. So that's, yeah, I get goosebumps when I say that every time I say that, because it's a 16-fold increase in 7 years, and it's been unprecedented. Sometimes I wonder why, but I think we know why. I think we sort of know why. It's it's because we've stuck to our guns. We've done something, we believe in something, and we try and do that really well. And we don't mind if, if people come, if people don't. But as long as there's a few people who really love what we're doing, that's what we're all about. And that's what we've always been about. And just because of our home market, just because of India, we've already become #1 in the world in mid-size or middleweight motorcycles. And that's, I mean, we call it as 250 to 750 cc, right? That's middleweights. And that's really because, I mean, we've grown the market in India, but that's also because, like I said in the beginning, the market is underserved and it needs something more. And we believe that there's a similar space outside of our home market. It just so happened out of it's just fortuitous that we were in India. There was, the Royal Enfield had a army order, like you heard, in 1955. We were making motorcycles in India, and therefore we survived in India. But, we could have been in Thailand, we could have been in some other market in the world, and perhaps we would have still been around. So that's what spurred us to thinking, if we are able to sell these middleweights in India, why can't we do that in other markets around the world? And that's become our new mission now. Our mission is to spread this style of motorcycling around the world, and we've got, I think we've got a great portfolio of motorcycles. We've got really nice and very differentiated singles. We've got our classics, and basically based off our UC platform, a 350, 500. We've got various models there. We've got a Himalayan, which is starting to do really well in international markets and pick up a lot of steam. Yeah, we didn't make it for international markets. We made it for India. We said, no one will want something like this outside, but it's doing well. 60% of our sales in Colombia, I believe, are now Himalayan. Yeah, and but we want more, right? I mean, everyone wants more, and we believe the conditions are different in other markets. I mean, so we built a motorcycle, as you know, and as some of you have ridden already. We built the twins. These twins were designed with an absolute clean sheet of paper. We had no restrictions. We said we know what we want. We want a cafe racer. We want a roadster. That's the first idea that we had. But it was really a clean sheet of paper. It was inputs from around the world. We talked to people from around the world. We looked at other motorcycles. We looked at the market. But we don't look at other motorcycles to copy them. We look at other motorcycles to be different from them. And that's the difference in Royal Enfield. We don't, you'll see that. Our motorcycles don't resemble anything else. They're their own motorcycles. And what we did was we agreed on a single rolling chassis. So the chassis that you see, it's one. We agreed on a single specification for around the world. The highest specification that's required in every single market, that's the specification we chose for around the world, so that we could put all of our efforts, all of our energy behind a single motorcycle, right? And behind a single development. And that's allowed us to put in the time and the money and the effort and the energy of really talented people at Royal Enfield that have been around at Royal Enfield for decades and that have joined Royal Enfield in the last many years in order to make something truly special. And really, I mean, we're also a bit, we make these motorcycles for ourselves. We like motorcycles. So we make motorcycles that we think we'll really like to ride. And we really love how the twins have turned out. We love how they've turned out. We've had an amazing initial response. I couldn't have asked for anything better than that from the people who've already ridden it. And what's very important is what we believe these motorcycles can do for motorcycling itself. We want to bring back a romance to motorcycling, a classic, old school, really nice looking, characterful and simple, uncomplicated, but super engaging motorcycles. That's what we want to bring. We want to bring back the fun to motorcycling, the romantic idea of the 60s and that kind of fun back to motorcycling. So, and motorcycles that work in everyday conditions. These are not super bikes or really quick bikes. These are bikes that work really well on twisty roads out here, which we've seen these lovely roads back in California. They work well on highways. It works well in city roads. That's what they're made for. They're made for the occasional sort of ride around the hard sand, not this sand, but so that's really what we've sort of made these motorcycles for. We made them for us. We made them for people around the world who appreciate these kind of values. And sometimes I think I'm just a bit of a dreamer, and that's why maybe Rudy, I can ask Rudy, Rudy, come on. We've got Rudy, who's the president of Royal Enfield. Am I just a dreamer, or do these twins make business sense? I mean, really, do they, do you think we can sell a few of them as well?
No, absolutely, Siddharth. Well, interesting, if you want me to wear my business hat, I would say that the twins, interestingly enough, also have a twin role from a business point of view. In India, and you know the math, you already know that we sell a lot of motorcycles there, by your standards maybe. 75,000 to 80,000 motorcycles are sold of Royal Enfields a month in India. And what that has done is it's collected about 3 million owners of Royal Enfield already in India. And a few of them who already love Royal Enfield deeply. The brand reach in Royal Enfield is still much bigger than our product reach, if you know what I mean. They are waiting for something more. And that's what the twins have been designed to deliver. So there are, you could say, a lot of people in India who are just waiting for the twins to arrive. And I'm really, really excited for that. So I can tell you one thing, if you just do the math of 3 million people, out of which there are many who are 3 years and older owners of Royal Enfield, the numbers can be very staggering, Siddharth. But the twin role of the business side of things, of the twin role, is also extremely exciting in markets, mature markets like the ones that we are in right now, is that we do believe that at an entry level, everyday evocative, like Siddharth, you said, everyday evocative motorcycles, you can, we've always said for every launch of ours that this is the only motorcycle you'll ever need. And that means that they are versatile, they're everyday ready for enjoying fun motorcycling, pure fun motorcycling. And we do believe that there's a gap, even in developed, mature markets, for that kind of a sensibility that will open up the market. The market internationally, Siddharth, are a bit flat. They are not growing as much as we are used to in India.
But we're going to grow them, right?
But we will grow them. We will expand the market. We are not here to snatch market share. A lot of times we are saying, who are you competing with? We're not competing with people. We are saying we'll grow the market. So I do believe that, in India, the numbers can be staggering. But we are not in a rush to get the numbers. We want to give great, beautiful test ride experiences to the people who are already waiting for the twins. And in markets like mature markets, like the US, Europe, Australia, and many other parts of the world, this will open up the market for more people to enjoy pure motorcycling. The third part is there are many more Indias, or type of markets, which are commuter markets, which are like Southeast Asia, like Latin America, where I think there is a gap in the market for everyday, evocative, old school, really fun, simple motorcycling. And I do believe, if I may say so myself, with some degree of humility, but a lot of excitement, that we are going to hit that sweet spot as well.
Yeah, I think so. And these are the millions of youngsters. We've got millions of youngsters who've been riding a 350, and they want something a bit more. They want something, some of them, not all of them, some of them just love what they have, and they don't ever want to change, and we love that, and we want to support them forever. But some of them just want a little bit more, and a lot of them are just young guys. They're just used to, let's say they've come from maybe 100, 150 cc, they've gone up. So novices, maybe just getting more into motorcycling, into the sport, and that's what we want, right? We want more people to get into the sport. But Mark, it's not just for novices, is it? There's Mark Wells, our head of product strategy and industrial design. Mark, you were sneaking off with the Germans yesterday, weren't you? You sneaked off. He went totally off-piste, He went off-piste. He wasn't supposed to. He took the Germans who were getting a bit bored in one of our stops, and he took them for a little blast. And you guys are, at least those guys are accomplished. You're an accomplished rider as well, right?
No, I'm absolutely not. So,
but how does it work? How does it work? How do you get novices? How do you get accomplished riders on the same motorcycle, right? How does it work?
I don't know where they are, but they made me do it. It wasn't...
Where are they? Where are the Germans? There they are.
Yeah, they made me do it. It's their fault. I just hope the video doesn't go online. Yeah, we had a real breeze-busting kind of a ride. It was something quite special. And I have to say, I think the key thing about these motorcycles is that actually they're great for any rider of any experience. You've all ridden them, you've all experienced them now. You're all very experienced riders. There's some quick chaps amongst you there. But for me, the great thing is what makes a motorcycle good for the experienced rider is in many ways the same thing that makes a motorcycle good for a novice rider. It's that confidence that it gives you, that if you do something wrong, if you put it in the wrong place, it won't behave in an unpredictable manner. It's that's what makes these motorcycles accessible. So whilst we were flying down Highway 9 at city speeds, you can go into a corner, you can get it wrong, you can trail brake it in, it doesn't stand up, it doesn't do anything unpredictable, it's neutral, it's stable, it's confidence inspiring. And as somebody that rides a lot, that's what I want. And as somebody that is new to a motorcycle, that's what they want. So that's really what we set out to achieve with these motorcycles, is a bike that has that kind of universal appeal, and hopefully, and you chaps are the judge of it, that's what we achieved. So it's
yeah, and if you forget to shift gear, I mean, you got torque, right?
Absolutely. So again, the engine characteristic means you can completely get your gearing wrong, and I do that all the time. And it's got that fat torque curve that you can just pick up, and if you're in the wrong gear, it just lugs away and chugs you out, and it's fantastic, and it sounds brilliant. I mean, again, flying down those hills, that burble bouncing off the walls was just brilliant. I had such a joyous day, and then they stopped me going out today. They made me sit and talk to people.
Yeah, so just a quick film on the development of our motorcycle. So here goes.
Yeah, so at Royal Enfield, we try not to do too much. We try and do a few things, but we want to do them exceptionally well. We're not about super fast motorcycles. We're not about heavy cruisers. We're not about a lot of things. We're about simple, old school, great fun motorcycles. And for us, this new project, the 650 Twin, has been an absolute dream for years, maybe even over a decade.
I think what it ushers in is a new rallying cry of what Royal Enfield will be in the future, which is going to be the next generation.
So these are Royal Enfield's first twin-cylinder motorcycles in a very long time. The GT 650 Twin and the Interceptor 650 Twin that has true highway capability, exciting handling.
So we wanted to create something that was agile and nimble and quick steering and have fun on. They feel really fun. They're really great fun to throw around.
It's a difficult question to answer from an engineering perspective. Trying to interpret what product strategy you see as fun, then that is quite a big challenge, because it's an all-encompassing word. This is a bit of a first for Royal Enfield as a company, and it has to have that Royal Enfield character, be a little bit different.
So the Interceptor has a more upright ride position. It's more like a roadster style. And the GT is an authentic cafe racer, so it's got kind of that more tucked in and leaned over riding position.
Yeah, so we put a lot of time and energy in making sure that this is a very accessible motorcycle.
It's a step change, isn't it, in terms of performance for Royal Enfields in the modern era, and we need to make sure that we give them that level of performance, but it's not too intimidating and it's approachable.
These bikes have to work all around the world in every market. So the way somebody rides a motorcycle in the UK and India is very, very different.
For me, the development of the Twins has truly been cross-cultural, cross-skill, a truly global endeavor. We've got people from Japan, from Europe, we've got experts from around the world who are working at Royal Enfield now.
And there's a frequent data sharing which happens on almost daily basis.
We take all those inputs and have to try and create all that into one single motorcycle.
We've had an extended development program for these motorcycles.
It's been a big project, and it's gone through many, many stages.
They are iterative changes that you go through step by step. The bike becomes more production representative.
I think the biggest challenge for us was developing the motorcycle to meet the performance and quality levels that we wanted to achieve.
The way we've tested all through the validation process. We've torture tested the platform across various terrains, whether it's Spain, UK, India. And we're testing those well over 1 million kilometers and hundreds of motorcycles on roads, on test rigs, in part rigs.
We test it indoors, we test it outdoors and ensure that bike is fit and it gives a customer delight.
Yeah, there has been some good step changes along the way.
One of the best parts about the job is, you get to go out there and try and break everything. Try and make it do something wrong, so then we've got something to improve.
That's the sort of extremes we go to. It covers all bases of rider level and experience.
The standout part is the chassis is just a really nice, fun motorcycle to ride.
They're powerful, they handle, they perform beautifully, but they're also very accessible, very easy.
This is absolutely the most fun motorcycle in the entire world, and I've been riding a lot.
To make a motorcycle, go around a corner and put a smile on your face, that is something that you can do from an engineering perspective. Make it handle well, make it feel good, make it have good feedback from the road, and that generally as a rider puts a smile on your face. And I think this bike is a great fun bike to ride.
Woo! Thanks. So it's, I have to say, when we're building a motorcycle and when we're thinking about it, we don't, as a company, we don't think about exotic parts. It's not like we need to make the motorcycle out of the most exotic materials and ideas and all of that. The idea is to get the whole thing right, to get the whole system right. It's not about individual elements. And we've just, in the end, for us and for the ones of you who've ridden and hopefully the ones that ride tomorrow and the after, you'll find that it just works. The chassis is just, for me, it does exactly what I want it to do. It reacts exactly the way I want it to. And it just does the job. And we've got Ben here, who was up there in the film out there. Ben's been leading the chassis design for the twins. And Ben, what do you think? How do you don't use all these, some exotic materials and all of that. So what's the process of getting the chassis just right? What do you guys have to do that?
Well, Sid, I'd love to tell you that I've got a silver bullet for these things, but unfortunately for the team, that really isn't the case. And these bikes are the product of a lot of fine-tuning and thousands of hours of testing and optimization. And fundamentally, we just weren't prepared to compromise on our goals. And we've got a really great team of people who I believe are performing at their very best.
And what does it take in the testing and the validation part of it? What do you have to do to get it right? What I'm saying is there a lot of testing involved, and how do you take the feedback?
Yeah. So from a chassis perspective, we've probably got over 60 validation tests, and obviously we've got objectives to meet, and we've got some feedback from those. But there's a lot of subjective feedback, and a lot of people have ridden these bikes, and we have to take that all on board and analyse it and progress. That's the main thing. We've been progressing all the way through this project, and hopefully you agree with me that we've achieved something that I think is good. It's pretty special.
I think so. And you got the feel just right, and I think that's most important. So there's a lot of data, a lot of information, but it's really the riders' feel and the development team's feel. It's the experience behind the development team that's really done the job. Thanks, Ben. And of course the engine. We didn't talk about that in the film. We've got a separate film for that, but I'm not going to show you that right now. Please see it online. It's a 648cc parallel twin. We've got a counterbalancer. We checked many different ideas and configurations. Firing, we did 180 degrees, 270 degrees crank, 360. We all test rode it, I can't remember, a couple of years ago, and in the prototype stage, or even more than that. And the 270 was just right. It just did the job for us. Of course, the counterbalancer gets rid of most of the primary vibrations. The 270 got rid of most of the secondary moments and vibrations and all of that. But what it also did was give a different sound and beautiful roar to the motorcycle as it rides. So yeah, we chose that as our crank angle. We've got, of course, it's fuel injected. There's a really nice and slick six-speed gearbox and a slip assist clutch, which really helps in the ease of shifting and in cornering and in getting into the right gear. So we've put a lot of the hardware part in, and I think we've got the hardware part absolutely right. Again, as Ben said, it just takes a lot of experience, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of changes to get it just right. So we've put in that time this time. We don't want to take any shortcuts in Royal Enfield anymore. We just want to make sure that we get it right and we do all the validation early on. But beyond all of that, there's the magic part, right? There's the part which makes the motorcycle feel just right, makes the engine just so rideable. And for that, I've got Takashi-san here. Takashi, maybe you can just tell us a little bit of how you sprinkle, the magic into all this stuff. Takashi heads our engine management system and has done the programming, or let's say the calibration for all these motorcycles. So please tell us a bit about the magical stuff that you do.
Yeah, the calibration is like cooking process. So it's black box, the process. But we already have developed or designed the engine and designed chassis. So our job was to produce this performance as much as possible. So this bike now Euro 4 compliance, but just to meet the emission regulation is like to follow recipe. But to meet all the country drivability requirement, we need some additional seasoning and spice. So this seasoning and spice is like the test rider feedback or some other team feedback. This is really important point. And finally, the test team gave a lot of feedback. It's really good feedback. So based on the feedback, we mixed seasoning and spice as much as we can. And finally, I believe we produce what we need.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Again, for those of you that have experienced it, you know what Takashi is talking about. And for the rest of you, you're going to experience it tomorrow. And, well, as you know, we've got two motorcycles. We've got the first of them, the one that you're all a little bit more familiar with, is because we had the 535, the Continental GT. So now we have the 650, and I'm going to show you a little film, which is the expression of the idea of the new Continental GT 650.
Take the fight to the
It does a ton, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. A ton of fun is what it is. I was feeling more vibrations on this stage than I was on the ride. But yeah, that's the GT. That's the idea. It's just, simple, old-fashioned fun. And a ton of it. The Interceptor is the new baby. It's our new, we had it in the 60s, but, for the last 50 years, it's been dormant. So yeah, it's our new baby, and as you know, it's all about this beautiful California sunshine, and that's where it belonged. That's where the idea of the Interceptor really grew its roots in the 60s and maybe 1970s. So here's a film about the Interceptor.
Sun shines on and the wind is cold. Yeah, it's calling me, and maybe I'll just give in. It's time to keep it slow and breezy, flowing easy, going, and I'm feeling like a drink. Sun shines on and the wind is cold. It's time to keep it slow and breezy, flowing easy, going, and I'm feeling like a dream. California's calling, I'm riding. Nothing on my mind, I'm not trying. California's calling, I'm
I've had that song stuck in my head for the last so many days. Trust me, when you listen to it 100 times, you guys, Anur, and Ankur, I'm sure it's stuck in your head, right? Yeah. Well, I hope you listen to it 100 times as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. The Continental GT and the Interceptor 650 Twins. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sid,
Yep.
I think we forgot something.
Really?
I kind of made a promise that we were going to cover something else tonight.
Right, Rod? What are you getting at?
Yeah, well, my North American journalists are expecting to understand how much this is going to cost.
Come on, don't be like that.
Well,
it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a lovely bike, isn't it? Whatever it is.
It's wonderful, but
Yeah.
again, maybe I overstepped, but I kind of do that a lot. We're located in Milwaukee. They're located in India. So we kind of get away with a lot. They don't know. Maybe not going forward, but I guess I kind of committed to something. So can we help them out?
Well,
It's going to cost me. Oh.
yeah. No, babe. Yeah, if you insist, Rod, if you insist.
I do.
I'm sure we can say something. I mean, it's not about the price, right? Right? I mean, why does that matter? If it's a really good bike, it'll just sell.
I need some help. I need some help.
But it's about everything else, really. It's about everything else. We've got to make sure that everything works. And really, now I'm being serious out here. We've put in a lot of effort around the world, wherever we are, in our distribution, in our aftermarket, and we're committed. Royal Enfield is a very focused company. We don't do too much. And what we're really committed to is giving the right experience, giving the parts, giving service, and just making sure things work, right? And yeah, that's our commitment, Ron.
Good.
But we have a price as well. I'm sure I can give you something.
Okay.
And I'm delighted, I'm absolutely delighted to announce that we have a US price. This is US only, and this is MSRP,
Yes.
right? And what is it? Yeah, it's, I'm delighted to announce that we've come well under $7,000, Rod. Yeah, we've got our twins are priced in the US at $6,749.
Let's see it.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
What do we think?
MSRP. Yeah.
Woo-hoo!
So yeah, we wanted to make sure that they're priced really well, that they're priced at the right level, so that we get really good adoption of these. What do you think, Rod? Do you think you're going to get a few people to buy them?
I don't know. Let me hear it. Let me hear the
Yeah,
love.
there you go. It's not a bad price, is it?
We're very, very excited about the
Thank
price
you.
because it is the package, and this is going to sell a lot of motorcycles. Get a lot of new people and existing motorcyclists into Royal Enfield.
Thanks, Rod.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
Great.
You like it.
Great.
Right. Are you letting me go now?
I think I got another problem.
All right.
Well, let me tell you a little story.
Oh, no.
So, like I said.
That's how you start, always.
I've been with Royal Enfield 4 years, and I've been waiting for this day, maybe too much. So yesterday, I got really excited, went out on the ride, was talking to the journalist, and was really exhausted. So I went to the bar last night, and I sat down and had a couple drinks and started talking. And I didn't realize that some of my North American press were next to me. And I think I might have told them a lower price. Yeah! So
what do you tell them, Rod?
Well, lower.
All right. It's like he's bargaining with me, right? It's
I think I'm in trouble, but hey, if you're in trouble, you go all the way.
All right, I can do
you can do a little bit?
I can do quite a bit lower. If you really, if you can sell more. Do you think you can sell more?
Okay.
If I do lower? Yeah?
Okay. I need your help.
Yeah?
Can I sell more? Yes.
All right.
Just give me a little bit more.
All right. I got something lower for you, Rod.
Perfect.
All right. 6249. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah?
I can do that. So
yeah?
So 67.49.
Easy there.
For the chrome version, and then 62.49 for the painted ones. Okay. Now we're talking. How do you think? Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Rod.
Well,
I'm glad you like it.
I guess I had another drink then. It was just a really good day yesterday.
It was. Good riding day, right?
And, well, the guy next to me, I won't tell you which magazine he writes for, he asked about it starting with a 5. Yeah! And,
Come on, Rod. Come on.
5's my lucky number.
We got to make some money as well, Rod.
Absolutely. Can we have a 5?
This guy.
Yeah,
this guy.
I'm in trouble. Is anybody hiring? So how about a 5?
You think you're not? Well, if you insist, Rod.
All
what
right.
do we have here?
We made it under 6.
All right. So we got the the custom ones. You saw the custom colors. We got the custom ones for 6249 and 5999. That's the price, Rod. No, that's it. That's it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
But I guess I had another drink.
Come on, Rod.
And I committed that this is great for the Continental GT.
I hope it wasn't. Yeah.
But I committed a lower price for the beautiful new Interceptor.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I think I did.
No.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the Interceptor price here. That's the price of the Interceptor.
Okay, Interceptor, here we're going.
Yeah.
For the Chrome Interceptor.
That is for the Chrome.
$64.99.
That's for the Chrome
Is that
Interceptor.
right? No other company in the world does a Chrome fuel tank coming from the factory. So we got it for the GT. We also have it for the Interceptor. So that's a good start.
That's a good start. What else you want, Rod?
Keep going.
All right. There we go.
So we're under 6. Again, come on, come on.
All right, guys.
For the custom versions, which are the multicolored.
I hope you're done now, Rod.
No.
You're gonna keep talking.
We got one more. We got one more.
got one more?
There's 6, right? Got one more.
Well,
one more price.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got the final, the lowest bid in this entire thing. I can't go lower than that, Rod. I really can't. Ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted to present a price that we think will really open out the market for us here in the US, and that is $5,799 for the Interceptor. So you're gonna have those beautiful, that one there, not with the windscreen and all, like without the windscreen. Yeah, you're gonna pay more for that, but
right.
That one there, that lovely one with that lovely monogram and all of that, that's going to cost you $5,799 in the US. And like I said, I just price is not everything. We're not. I mean, it's something.
So what does that get you? Again, let's talk incredible value. Half of you have ridden the motorcycle. The other half will ride it over the next 2 days. This motorcycle's amazing. So what does this get you? This gets you that beautiful motorcycle, but it also gets you standard ABS. Every motorcycle, every twin motorcycle coming to the US will have standard ABS. That's included in that price. It comes with a 3-year warranty, unlimited warranty. We are serious, guys. We are serious. 3-year warranty with free roadside assistance. So we're standing behind this product. We're taking it to the next level. And this is only the beginning for Royal Enfield around the world.
Well, that's it for tonight, guys. That's all we have. All right.
We have one more thing.
All right, come on.
So an event like this doesn't happen by itself. Just a quick shout out to all the hardworking, dedicated, passionate Royal Enfield employees from around the world. So thank you.
Thank you all. And thank you all for joining us on this lovely day. And we hope you've had a great ride, and we hope you have a great ride tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Cheers. All right. I'm still on.
Apparently, I'm back on. I forgot about the question and answer session. So yeah. I don't know offhand. The first question is from Shumi from Overdrive. What's the price difference between Classic 500 and the Interceptor? What's the base price for the Classic 500 or the 500s? Can we have number 2 on, please?
Testing. So currently the Classic 500 ABS 2018 in the United States is right around $5,500.
Right. So that was question number 1. Okay, there's questions out there, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't see you guys, yeah.
Seeing that everyone's asking, let's hear Australian pricing and probably.
Oh, not yet, not yet.
Come
not
on,
yet.
come on.
Look, I can't. We're going to have pricing requests from other countries, and we're not announcing them as yet, so I can't tell you anything. But as you can see from the US experience or from the US pricing, that we're very serious about getting an accessible pricing for these lovely motorcycles. So it's absolutely going to be accessible wherever we go, and we're going to make sure that we create a market for these motorcycles. We have to create a market. The market doesn't exist for these middleweights, so we're going to create the market, and we're going to make sure that we have the right pricing. It's not going to be heavyweight pricing, it's middleweight pricing.
Here, when is it going to hit the markets, the international markets?
So we're in the process right now. We're in the first production cycle. We're going to start shipments soon. So it's really a matter of logistics and other things. So it depends from market to market. Some markets will get it end of this year. That's most likely the situation. No promises because we're still figuring out the last details. And certainly early next year, most markets in the world will have this product.
Siddharth, I have a question for you, Preetham from India. And you've great pricing. Some people from the States. I'm very bad at maths, so I don't know how to convert the pricing. But
I don't know either, so I can't help you on that one.
Warranty. 3 years warranty is great. Confidence in the product, yes. But 3 years unlimited for the US and 3 years 40,000 for India. Is that what it is?
Do we have the exact numbers? Is it unlimited
Yeah,
here?
for the U.S., it's a very standard practice to have unlimited. So we continue, each market continues with what's kind of standard within their market.
Yep.
So we get 40,000 or 3 years, whichever is earlier for India? Is that
That's right. That's my understanding right now. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Rudy says it's right, so it's right.
Okay.
Yep. But again, it's a big change from a 2-year warranty and a 1-year warranty, which is not, I think 2 years ago we had a 1-year warranty and now it's become 3 years. So it's a big change for us, yeah. Yeah, 3 is great. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, right here. Jan. A microphone, please, so that everyone can hear what you're asking.
Since the US gets roadside assistance, will we also be seeing something similar for India and other markets as well?
We're working on it. I believe we have roadside assistance for all new motorcycles already, don't we, Rudy? We have roadside assistance for all new motorcycles already
Yes.
for 1 year at this point. So currently we have 1 year roadside assistance for all new motorcycles already in Royal Enfield. We will tell you exactly what the roadside assistance is for the Interceptor. It'll be 1 year for sure. I don't know if it's going to be 3 years either. I don't know that yet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. When do we start delivering the bikes in the US? Do we have any? Yeah, please, Rudy. Why don't you come up here, Rudy?
That's going to be a tall order. I'll try and do it.
I don't
from
know
here.
half the answers. So
As we launch, the progression of the manufactured capacity will move to those markets. So as we launch, for example, North America is the first launch. The first movement of motorcycles will be to North America and followed very soon with the next launch. And we will make sure that the time that we launch and the time that retail happens is going to be almost simultaneous. So the first shipment will be to North America. And as we launch further, you'll get the motorcycles shipped out to those markets. That's the plan.
No, it isn't on
No.
sale yet. No. And but I don't know when. Do you have a date right now?
So right now, well,
in the
you'll
next
see.
couple of
Actually,
months?
tonight we'll be releasing a global press release, and then all of the U.S. journalists will get an additional EPK, which will have more details about North America. Right now, to manage expectations, we're saying early next year, the motorcycles will be for sale at the dealerships. It's
And
giving us a little
We'll
time.
have motorcycles by the end of this year in India as well. So yeah, in stores, and so really we're right now in the 3,000 production run of pilot production. So all those motorcycles will go into stores. Everyone else, any more questions, or shall we continue with drinks? One more. There, the highest bidder there. Yeah. All right. All right. Anyone else? Any questions? Backbenchers? No? All right. Then we're done, I guess. Thank you very much. And have a lovely evening.